Hello, stranger. Would you like to get to know who I am? I'm a person who's gone by many names, who's played many different roles in this life and the past lives as well. Some would call me Jay. Some would call me Leaf. Few would call me Jaina. But to the world I live, and to the systems I reside within, I call myself and go by Jacob. I've heard talk about need for realness here. Not character or show, but just to be comfortably oneself as themselves. Now, having gone through rigorous soul stretching, um, and coming to this confrontation with myself as this fearful, unsolidified thing. This kind of person who has this spirit of need to grow, yet becoming so very aware of all the trappings that one can find in this world. Part of that realness is the giving of space, of giving room to breathe, to contemplate, to think, to listen, even if what you hear isn't always ideal. I've gathered a lot of books over the past some maybe 2 years now. After I recognize that I myself am a character in a book, it comes to a point of I don't know, doneness of playing parts and having a more willful desire to not find myself so trapped in those roles. And have what I do in the world like be okay. Look, I got my thing playing music right now and just busts out an ad like that. It's funny. Unprofessional. Boring. You're running with air patch? That's well, I had to plug my eye out. I had to pluck it out so I can still see, but my eye's gone. It's not so much that I don't have anything left to say, it's just that I feel I've hit this wall where the purpose in saying things has come to a halt. Where I was guided to say things otherwise from what I truly believe. For what purpose is lost in the confusion? What should I talk about? I can talk about anything. I have a lot of things I could talk about. I just don't know what to talk about anymore. Time was I talk about music more. Time was I talk about books. Time was I talk about art and space and love, peace, spirituality. And now I come to a point where it's like nothing, and then it's like there's Jesus. That's where I found myself. And when you find yourself at that point, you get to sit there and just witness witness all the people talking about stuff. You get to witness all the people who control the conversation around Jesus, who control the conversation around spirituality. Or whatever. And in finding myself in that space, but also keeping my mouth kind of shut or having it silenced, it's like on a different level. I've gotten to know I've gotten to get to know all these clashing, conflicting ideas. And then you just hear it all. You hear a lot of disdain, dislike. Would it be better for me to play a character again? Would it be better for me to take a role upon myself? As I don't like this. I don't like that. Or I do love this. I love that. Just for the sake of not being stuck here? But where am I stuck? I never believed I would have been, any more than I ever did. My honest truth is that I just am here, for real. And the world is mysterious, and everything's a mystery that you can be curious about discovering. That things are there's that this dualistic understanding of the world is just that, but the essence of where we come from is not so. In my mind, it's illegal to talk about like that. In my mind, it's a crime to speak against or to speak utterly differently about the truth of the world than what has been established by other people for purposes of their own devices, their own gain. Men who wrote books and told people they are divine and gave people a way to live. That is a difficult thing to become a part of. I feel it in myself, this like fear, this anxiety, this anxious excitement that's been instilled in me for a while, that I avoid that because it's just there. It's like this fear of just the it's I'm here. For real, for real. And it's vague. It's vague. It's not necessarily directionless, but it is not pinpoint. It's vague. Because life's vague. Everything really is sort of vague. It's a point of truly understanding on the deepest level of my being, of my soul, that I exist in the unknown. And that unknownness gives me, yeah, it gives me a little bit of a feeling. I'm not afraid to say that I don't know, but I understand how easy it is to go to someone or something that says they know for comfort. And when you get there and you see all this I know, to turn your back from that again, to say that I don't know, even if you present me with all the information in the universe that you have, I don't know that. I don't know that, but I have found what believes it knows. I found who believes they know. And if I come and challenge this knowing, not even in a debate stance, how far would they go to either impose a knowing upon me or to simply disregard me entirely for the sake of their movement forward? I'm religious, you know, I'm a religionless. I might be a confirmed member of a Church of Jesus Christ. I may have been baptized in a church. I may have enjoyed on an ego level beforehand this LaVey Satanism. I even enjoy reading the Bible. Or philosophy. Am I a dead end? Or is it always been? I don't have this fervor, this excitement right now. That doesn't mean I'm not going anywhere. I just so happen to be sitting on a bed on a planet that revolves at 10,000 miles an hour, that flies around a sun, that flies with a moon around it that goes do 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 while it all goes around the sun, and there's other things flying by, and there's a big thing in the middle that everything revolves around in a weird elliptical shape, that it itself revolves around a big ass thing that has a weird elliptical shape with spindly arms, and there's more big spindly arms out there that float around each other with their own little stars on them that have planets that go do 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 around them. I'm not sitting. I'm not going anywhere. I'm on the thing taking a ride. I'm on that thing taking a ride, and it's not so much that there has been a failure to grasp me, that nothing that so much has failed to grip me and that I can take hold of and say, this is my way with life. I've come to an awareness of the things that I find easy to do that with, and not all of them are healthy. That's true. You know, I could be this cool dude smoking a cig. I don't know. I don't know. It excites me, this idea that I'm on a rock floating in space. That I am a citizen of this world. I am a person who lives in this world. Of the world. In a place that has a system. Oh, look, I'm a Leo. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cute. I've been aware of a lot of things. I'm not totally desperate to have my own thing. I am interested in finding a place of belonging. And in every turn, you find that there's a lot of things that don't want you to belong. Belonging. Where does Jay belong? Where does Leaf belong? You know, where does Jacob belong? Where does Jaina belong? Where do I belong? I drive myself crazy with that. I drive myself crazy and notice where I could be if I belonged somewhere, right? If I really belonged in a place, who I could turn into in that sense of being with people. Ultimately, I want to find myself belonging with people who do good by others, who do support each other, who aren't out to get each other, who are, you know what I mean, who aren't out to poke and prod, but want the best for people. That's a good thing. But I'm just alone. I'm just alone. Alone. Alone with my thoughts, and my thoughts are so sick of me. They're tired of me. My thoughts are so tired of me, I had to rip my own eye out of my face. The Schrodinger's eye. Do you know if I really have no eye back here? Or did I really take my eye out? You'll never know. Community. I found community, and then I found the moles. Every community gets a mole, and every mole's goal is to destroy the community from within. Doesn't matter if it's the biggest organization in the world or if it's a small group of people. There's always going to be someone or something said or something done that's going to try to shuffle it up. I think it's just human nature. People get tired of things being okay. So, like, somebody's just gotta stir up the pot a little. I never really felt myself to be a pot stirrer. Never really been the pot stirrer. Sometimes I find myself being the spoon, though. Of course, I gotta stop. I get. It's like I'm talking about myself as if I've lived my life a million times already. And maybe I have. I can't be so vague and undirected that I just believe everything or like whatever, like it's not true. I'm not even all that dang lonely. I got people in my life. I got things. There's things I can do. I know my soul wants to find home, right? What home is. Home's where the heart is. Well, where's my heart? It's right here. But it being real, like, I think wanting to belong, or like where my soul wants to go to belong, where my soul wants to be, to belong. Is like, I'll have to kind of sacrifice. I have to kind of let go of this idea that, like, I'm just a floaty thing, I'm just this, like, I'm just a floaty thingy. I don't stick anywhere, I'm just a floaty thingy. I know that I float. Look at this stupid advertisement. I also came to realize what things would want to carry me into places that aren't good for me, that my soul doesn't belong in, that my heart does not resonate with. And that comes and goes. Where does my soul belong? Is it okay to go home? I believe that there is the door is open for my soul to go home. I just need to find where that door is. I don't believe that there's anybody or anything in the way of that. I don't believe that there is something blocking my path to homeness. So if I come into something, if I bump into something, it must not be the way home. Who knows? I've already established I don't. So, I don't believe in gatekeeper. I believe in due time, though. I believe that I will find my way back home. If I'm even lost, am I lost? Am I amongst people who are going the same way? Questions upon questions. Loss upon loss, like I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going, and then my brain's like, go to bed. I'm like, okay, I'll go to sleep. Look I got this book. I love my book. There is sometimes you find the thing that you hold on to, that you carry with you on your way back home. And the thing that resonates with you is what you gotta clutch to. If the thing doesn't really dig with you, that's not what's taking you the way you need to go. That's not what you need to cling to. But you certainly cling to it. You certainly cling to that thing that resonates with you. Sometimes it's people's books. Sometimes it's movies. Sometimes it's music, or an instrument, or a utensil, whatever it is. And that's what you gotta cling into, because we're very regularly presented with things that sort of seek to interrupt that path, that seek to kind of confuse, or to seek to kind of pull you in a way. Talk about Jesus. Talk about Jesus. I'll talk about Jesus in another video. I will. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. But in due time, I'll post this up on Tubes. I'll share it on Facebook. I'm not too worried about all that. I'll talk about myself a lot until I find a thing to talk about. But regardless, this is just whatever you call these vlogs. This is a vlog. Like it if you like it. If you don't like it, give her or if you just happen upon it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.